Hello everyone. Today, we're diving into some common mistakes and confusing words in English. These words can often trip us up because they look or sound similar, but have different meanings or uses. Our goal is to clearly understand each form so we can use them confidently and correctly. Pay close attention to the spelling, meanings, and examples, and let's see how well you can use these words by the end of the presentation. This presentation will help you understand and correctly use commonly confused words in English. Focus on each example and pay close attention to the explanations and examples provided. Let's begin. Review the spelling and meaning of each form. Focus on understanding how they differ in usage and pronunciation. Evoke, invoke. Evoke and invoke. These words may sound similar, but they have very different meanings. Evoke means to bring a feeling, memory, or image into your mind. For example, a photograph might evoke memories of your childhood. On the other hand, invoke means to call upon something, like a law, right, or even a higher power. For example, a lawyer might invoke a specific law in court. Understanding the difference between these two will help you use them clearly and correctly in your writing and speaking. Read each example sentence carefully, paying attention to the context. Notice how spelling and pronunciation match the intended meaning in each sentence. The smell of fresh bread evokes childhood memories. Dorothy invoked ancient traditions in her ceremony. Read the text carefully, identifying where each meaning applies. Focus on how each form fits within the overall context to convey its meaning. During the art exhibition, the paintings were designed to evoke powerful emotions in the visitors. One particular piece, showing a deserted playground, evoked sadness and nostalgia in many viewers. The artist mentioned that her goal was to evoke memories of childhood and reflect on the passage of time. However, the event took a serious turn when a legal issue arose. The organizers had to invoke a clause in their agreement with the venue to avoid cancellation. By invoking that clause, they were able to continue the exhibition without interruption. It was interesting to see how the event both evoked feelings and invoked legal rights within the same day. The experience reminded many that, while art can evoke emotions, sometimes it's necessary to invoke rules to protect those experiences. Answer each true or false question based on the meanings and examples you reviewed. This will help reinforce your understanding of each form and its correct usage. 1. Invoke can be used in both legal and religious contexts. 2. Evoke is always used in legal contexts. 3. Zoe invoked the company's return policy to get a full refund. 4. Evoke and invoke are completely interchangeable. 5. The smell of fresh cookies evoked memories of her grandmother's kitchen. 6. You can invoke help from a higher power. Read the sentences and select the appropriate form based on context. 1. That nostalgic song always evokes strong childhood feelings. 2. Julia confidently invoked her legal right to remain silent. 3. The old photo evoked deep sadness and distant memories. 4. The lawyer quickly invoked a new regulation during court. 5. They officially invoked emergency powers to manage the crisis. 6. The abstract painting evoked a mix of emotions and thoughts. Let's proceed. Review the spelling and meaning of each form. Focus on understanding how they differ in usage and pronunciation. Moral, morale. Moral and morale. Moral can be an adjective meaning related to ethics or principles, or a noun meaning a lesson from a story or experience. For instance, you might say, the moral of the story is to be kind. Meanwhile, morale is a noun that refers to the mood or spirit of a group of people. For example, the team's morale improved after the big win. While these words sound alike, they serve very different purposes in language. Read each example sentence carefully, paying attention to the context. Notice how spelling and pronunciation match the intended meaning in each sentence. Adam was known for his strong moral values. The company boosted morale with rewards. Read the text carefully, identifying where each meaning applies. Focus on how each form fits within the overall context to convey its meaning. The teacher told a story about a young boy who always told the truth, even when it was difficult. At the end of the story, she asked, "What's the moral here?" The class responded, "Always be honest." Stories like these help children understand moral values early in life. Meanwhile, the class was preparing for an upcoming school competition. Practice was intense, and many students felt tired. To boost their morale, the teacher organized a fun game and gave them encouraging words. The students' morale improved, and they felt more united as a team. Understanding both moral principles and maintaining high morale were key to the class's success. They learned that strong morals guide actions, and good morale keeps everyone motivated. Answer each true or false question based on the meanings and examples you reviewed. This will help reinforce your understanding of each form and its correct usage. 1. High morale usually leads to better performance. 2. Morale only applies to military settings. 3. The story ended with a clear moral about honesty and kindness. 4. Lorenzo made a difficult morale decision despite pressure. 5. The emotional film conveyed an important moral lesson. 6. A story's moral teaches a lesson. Read the sentences and select the appropriate form based on context. 1. Low morale among employees often leads to decreased productivity. 2. Arthur faced a moral dilemma when asked to lie for his friend. 3. The moral of the fairy tale was clear and valuable. 4. Samantha faced a serious moral challenge at work. 5. Morale quickly dropped after the unexpected project delay. 6. Fun team-building activities were planned to lift morale. Great job, everyone! Now you've completed the lesson. You've explored meanings, examples, and even tested yourself with true, false, and practice questions. Remember, common mistakes happen, but each one is a chance to improve. Next time, we'll look at another set of confusing words, so keep practicing, and see you then. Thanks for joining, and happy learning!